hun. Somebody who, I don't know whether she's at a director level or what, but she has created this contract now because so many people are pointing out that Monade is a fraud. And there's so much pushback, I presume, that now she's had to create this waiver that she's trying to coerce her downline or anybody that is affiliated with any other business endeavors that she has to sign for the entire of their human existence. You cannot even make this shit up. This is in this like contract that I'm sure holds absolutely Zippo legal standing. If you're ever in a multi-level marketing company, I make anti-MLM content. If you ever get into anything where this is the contract, the entirety of your human existence, you're in a scam. I mean, the next logical step for this is just to join Scientology and just sign a billion-year contract. I mean, why not? What's the worst that could happen? So you have somebody in Monet, I guess, who's close to the top of the pyramid scheme and using these heavy-handed, disgusting tactics to try to say, the world is against us and I demand privacy and confidentiality and I expect everyone here, if you want to blow up your business in 2025 with this ridiculous MLM pyramid scheme, I need you to sign this. And so I'm going to show you what I found on Reddit, and this was posted by Timely Objective. Thank you very much for sharing this on Reddit. And then I'm going to show you this video of this person. Her name is Taylor Winterstein. I think that's her name. And I'm leaving her face. Sometimes I blur out people's faces. I leave them. I don't blur them when I know that people are choosing to defraud others. And I believe that this person knows exactly what she's doing to create this release of liability and confidentiality waiver that is supposed to last for the entirety of your human existence. No fucking way. This is deplorable. All for a piece of shit pyramid scheme. All right, this is the first one, team liability waiver forever. So whatever the name of the team is by whatever, release of liability and confidentiality waiver. I acknowledge that I am here to inspire my own personal and business growth. I alone am responsible for the well-being and perception of my life experience inside. This is the team. And my personal business partnered with this Taylor Winterstein. I take full responsibility for my experience and outcome with joining with this team, 8-week group mentoring program and beyond. I don't know if this is affiliated with Mon8 somehow. I believe it is. Under no circumstances will this Winterstein, whatever way movement or this foundation be held responsible for my actions or circumstances. I agree not to institute, initiate, or assist the prosecution of any suit, claim, or action at law or equity or otherwise against this 8-week group mentoring program and whatever team conducted by this Winterstein and the whatever movement. It's probably another freedom movement. What the hell is going on in Australia? They're probably saying what the hell is going on in North America too, but I mean, what the hell is going on globally with these MLM scams, Foundation and or its affiliated staff and blah, blah for damages, which I or my heirs, executors, administrators, or assigns hereafter may have arising from this event or any of its other services. I acknowledge that joining the whatever team and 8-week group mentoring program with Winterstein provides a safe space of trust and privacy for those involved. Can you imagine signing this for an 8-week program? Get the fuck out. This is such a huge red flag. I'm sorry if you are in Mon8 and maybe you were with this person's group, maybe you really looked up to them and the veil is starting to lift and you're like, yeah, you're right. This is not okay. If it was such a safe space, you wouldn't need to have to go through all this like intimidation and alienation of like, oh, this is totally normal to sign this. This is not normal to sign this. You trying to explain to the public how this is normal is going to make you look freaking insane. People are going to be like, you're in a cult. This is highly controlled. This is meant to intimidate you into silence. Even just seeing this is enough to intimidate people. So what I recommend is that anybody that is pressuring you to do this, that you're going to miss out, that this is the only way forward, and that you really love and respect them. You really think that they have your best interests at heart. Nobody has your best interests at heart when they post something like this. This is to protect themselves and to intimidate you and to get you to just have obedience. And I'm sorry to be the one to tell you that, but you need to get out. This is the video that you've been waiting for. Maybe there's another Mon8 video that you're watching from another anti-MLM content creator, but it just might be the roulette wheel that's spinning around and around, and it happens, the ball lands on mine, and you're like, okay, this was the final one. I need to take time off. I need to actually listen to what people are telling me, how this is a scam, how all MLMs are fraud. I need to get out of this. I need to extricate myself from this. This is toxic as this is the opposite of positive and uplifting and safe. Okay, I agree to honor the sanctity of, look at this, in bold, strict confidentiality and privacy, information control right here. You're in an 8-week program, 8-week mentoring program, and then maybe it has something to do with Mon8. And you're that fucking terrified of people blowing the whistle on what you might be up to that you need to get people to sign this? What are you possibly teaching in a mentoring program? You know how many mentoring programs and coaching that I purchased in MLM over the years? I never once had to sign any kind of bullshit like this. This, to me, is you're up to no good. And you are trying to like hide all the no goodness that you're up to. Okay, strict confidentiality and privacy of all information provided to me by Winterstein. I understand that all materials provided to me across all social media and messaging platforms, not limited to Telegram, Instagram, WhatsApp, while participating in these piece of shit team trainings and 8-week group mentoring program with Winterstein and beyond is intellectual property. That is so much bullshit. So because you sign up with a coaching program, I could just see how this would fucking go over here. Can you imagine? You sign up for Rank Makers like I was in for 5 years, and they're like, okay, anytime, any training that you get ever from any like Instagram, Facebook, you can't talk about because that's the intellectual property. Good luck with that. This is so controlling. This is so disgusting. I'm really alarmed for the people that have been roped in to Mon8 Australia under this person. This is so toxic. I can't stress enough how much of a red flag this is. Strict confidentiality and privacy. What in the fuck are you hiding? Wow. Most people, I'll tell you this, at most MLM coaching, they want people to spread the good word to try to like recruit more people in because they just want to like make more and more money. This now, it's like it's tightening, battening down the hatches, trying to like keep everybody in. And it's like, you cannot talk. You must have like strict confidentiality and privacy. Why am I banging on so much about this? Because when you're in like a high control group like Mon8, and then you've got this like subgroup forming or that's already formed, how do you think they're going to enforce this strict confidentiality and privacy across all social media platforms, everything that you post? You know what's going to happen is that you're going to have members spy on each other and report to the leader. And if you have a beef with one of the members, maybe she ranked up higher than you in Mon8 that month, then they could sabotage each other. This is so brutal. Therefore, I cannot repurpose, duplicate, copy, share, or sell any form of content without permission from Winterstein or the blah, blah, all these other, whatever these groups are. I agree to maintain and said confidentiality and privacy for the duration of my human existence. I take everything back. It sounds completely reasonable. That's one of the first things that you want to look for in legitimacy when you sign up for an 8-week mentoring program with somebody involved in a pyramid scheme, an MLM pyramid scheme. You want to make sure that anything that you learn, you can never share or tell anyone ever for the duration of your human existence. Excuse me. I take everything back. It makes complete sense. Right? It goes on. All information provided through the whatever team and 8-week group mentoring program is for informational purposes only and is made available to me as self-help tools for my own use. So I can guarantee that these self-help tools and this training were taught to her from Mon8. So she's going to be repurposing them. Anybody that goes out after this 8-week program and you start recycling the same garbage that we're all taught in MLM, stretching all the way back to Amway and Nutrilite. And what is she going to say? You can't talk about that because I did it in my training. It's like, babe, go all the way back to Amway. You're recycling Amway crap. I can just see this intimidation being like, you can't talk about that. You signed this confidentiality and agreement for the entirety of your human existence for what an incredible, insightful, new training that anybody in an MLM has to offer. You're going to be vibrating at a frequency. You're going to be manifesting something. This is so disgusting. How people have come into what they think is a community, to what they think is a legitimate business, and they are being used and manipulated. This is so fucking gross. I can't stress this enough. I'm really concerned for the people who are involved in Mon8 Australia right now with this person as their upline. This is unprofessional. This is so disgusting. Okay. All information provided is not intended to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment that can be provided by your own medical provider, including doctor, physician, nurse, physician's assistant, or allied health professional, blah, 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 blah. Is not providing healthcare, medical, or nutritional therapy services, or attempting to diagnose, treat, prevent, or cure any physical ailment or any mental or emotional issue, disease, or condition. Very interesting. I wonder how many people have already had experiences with this this emotional issues. I can help you with this emotional issue that you might have, because it's actually an emotional issue that you have a limiting belief and you're sabotaging yourself, and there will be emotional manipulation going on, because it always goes on in every MLM. And Mon8, the raging dumpster fire that is Mon8, it's raging even harder now in Australia. I acknowledge that there are no refunds, exchanges, transfers, or credits of any kind if I cancel and or decide at any point that I no longer wish to participate inside this team or mentoring programs. Another sign of a scam. No refund, no credit. Why? Because they're scared. This is scam. This is such a fucking scam. I can't even believe it. If I choose to cancel due to personal reasons, I do so with the complete awareness that I will not receive compensation of any sort or in any amount, because that's how a stand-up professional does business. If something happens, say you have a death in the family, well, too bad. You signed this waiver and it's your own limiting beliefs. You should have just stuck with it. If you really believed in yourself or wanted to grow your business, you would have kept going. Anybody that says there are no refunds, exchanges, scam, run. This is so unethical. This is out of alignment. This is not in integrity. To use the same parlance as what is used in multi-level marketing. By agreeing to this waiver, you acknowledge to have read this waiver and agree to inform Winterstein prior to commencing joining whatever team and 8-week group mentoring program, blah, blah, blah. I'm so mad about this. Then you have to put your date, your phone number, your email address. You have to sign. Like this means something. Okay, this is the way to open this video up with a bang. I'm heated about this one. I'm heated about lots of them anyway. Okay, this is the video clip that I wanted to react to, and this has this Winterstein, if I'm saying her name right. All right, let's take a look at this.
I'm going to give some real talk for a minute here, guys, on this live, because this is something that is very evident that a lot of people are going through. And it was something that me and my husband went through this time last year. I was just on the phone to at least 4 people yesterday, literally in tears over their situation, stressed and worried about how they're going to make ends meet, really struggling in terms of mentally, emotionally, financially, physically. Like, it feels like there's something happening right now amongst so many people that my husband and I are connected with, where everybody is really going through it. Like, and I'm not talking about, it's just a bit of a hard patch, like really going through it to the point of people are having mental breakdowns, legit. People are having mental breakdowns. And I was reflecting on where me and my husband were at this time last year. And the way that we felt this time last year is so different to how we feel this year. And I want to say,
because you're in a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme where it requires emotional manipulation and psychological abuse to keep your members in, you're surrounded by so many people with mental breakdowns. It sounds like a predator to me. That's what it sounds like. This doesn't sound like somebody that I would want to do business with or trust. This sounds like a predator. When you're surrounded by that many people and you're bringing them into your business, I've talked with 4 people who are really struggling and they're all this. There's a constant variable in this equation, and all these people are suffering, but you're not, and you're near the top of a pyramid scheme. And what does that say? This is disgusting. This is a blind reaction, by the way. I'd been asked to react to this video. Now I see why.
But your life can literally change in 1 year, guys. It can turn around and change in 1 year.
In a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme like Monat, is that right? Because what was the last income statement that I pulled up? It was 96% of people in Canada are earning, what, $20 for the year? Something like that. I need to pull up this income disclosure statement. Yeah, your life can literally change in 1 year. I'm going to completely not mention that 96.91% of people in Canada, according to Monat's income disclosure of 2022, made an average gross earnings of $20 a month. That's $240 for the year. That's before their annual market partner renewal fee, and that's before expenses. $240 for a year, 96.91% of people, because this is how these pyramid schemes are designed. And the implication that I've spoken with, I gotta do some real talk, I'm going to hit you right off the bat, fish belly slap right in the head with emotional manipulation, mental breakdowns. People are really going through it, just seeking and destroying the people that are looking online, that are so vulnerable and that they're looking to, like her, to trust. And then saying in a year you can sign up. Why is it all these people who are always so successful in these MLMs, they always need to leech off the most vulnerable, the people who are having mental breakdowns, literally fucking describing people at their most vulnerable, as if you're like some saving angel swooping in from God above. Pay me for the biggest product pack and you can rise to the top. This is such a joke. People, like, their mental health, their mental well-being being manipulated by Monat. It's like by any MLM, but Monat. Piece of work. And you know, when Monat tanks, I believe she'll go on to another MLM and another and another and another. They'll just go on and on. They never end. So this message is to the victims, the people that are waking up and they're exiting. Scammers don't quit scamming. Scammers never take accountability for what they do. It's rare when they do. It's easier for them to just tamp it all down, play the big world's smallest violin because they're the biggest victim. Everybody's against me. I need to create these ridiculous waivers and have people sign them for the duration of your human existence, because that makes total sense. It's the only way you can run your MLM in Australia, I guess, in Monat. I can't wait to see what happens with Enagic next. Yeah, all right, back onto this.
Because this time last year, me and my husband were stressed, we were worried, we didn't have the capacity to give to anybody else. We only had the capacity to take care of our own family and do the very best that we could to survive. We were definitely being mindful of making ends meet and, you know, where finances were going. And I was thinking about, you know, just the conversations that I've been having with so many people around me lately, these very real conversations about, like, how are we going to put food on the table for our children?
This is such a fucking predator. I'm so revolted right now. Can you imagine making a video like this and posting it on social media as if it's a good thing, as if it's a show of strength? This is multi-level marketing. We've been having so many conversations. People can't put food on the table. So instead of putting food on the table, buy a product pack with Monat. And in a year's time, your life can literally change. Oh, well, I said it could change. I didn't say it could change for the better. And by the way, here, since you're vulnerable and you're not thinking straight, sign this waiver. Join my 8-week program, my mentoring program. And you can't say anything for the duration of your human existence. Well, what if you turn into a turtle? What about the duration of your turtle existence? Do you have another waiver for that too? This is so fucking stupid.
Straight up, like, how are we going to pay the next bill? Stressed beyond belief, worrying about the next month's expenses, okay? I know what that feels like because that was me and Frank this time last year. This time last year, I felt so tense in my body. I felt, you know, like, just on my knees praying that things would turn around.
Always. Wow. Transport me back in time to 2017 when I got recruited into Monat. Same shit, different pile.
And we would finally get ourselves into a position where we never have to worry or struggle again.
Well, you are worrying and struggling right now because you made that really bizarre waiver. I think you're worried and struggling right now. I think you're going to continue worrying, struggling while you're with Monet. Is that anti-MLM movement is coming like a tsunami. It's like a Mack truck hitting a little cockroach on the road. It's just going to be a little oil spot. That's what Monet's going to be. I hope you wake up and I hope you get out. I hope you take accountability for all the people that you've hurt. I don't believe you will, though. So this message is to warn others that are being targeted, that have been recruited, that are starting to wake up, and you're too afraid to leave, and you're terrified that she's going to sue you. You're terrified that she's going to come after you because you've signed this waiver. All for Monet. What company do you think she's going to be with in 3-5 years? What company, what MLM do you think she's going to be with?
Insert Monat, okay? And I'm just going to be straight up, because Monat is the reason why we are in this position right now that we feel in the lead up to Christmas with so much ease in our minds and our bodies. We are not stressed about finances. We are not worried about how we're going to feed our kids. We are not worried about the extra expenses that come up over the holiday season. And I really have to make it clear that this company has been a lifeline for my family.
How fucking tone deaf is this? You know, as soon as people start exiting Monet, Australia, and you start to come across, look at Life After MLM podcast with Roberta Blevins. There's some great stories of people who have left various multi-level marketing companies there. Just look at the people who are speaking out against Monet, people who have left. And to just be like, this company has done so much. It's like, wow. It's just, I don't have any other words for it. It's just tone deaf. So fucking divorced from reality. Wow. I'm benefiting. I've got a lot of money. Where am I at in the compensation plan? And where are the majority of my downline? Well, it's the people that are really working hard. They're the ones that deserve to rank up. But the bulk of the participants are probably, it's like 96.91% of people in this person's downline are earning whatever it is in Australian dollars. A whopping $240 Canadian gross per year before expenses. But people they love the product so much. They really believe that they're changing them. They really look up to her. They think that she has their best interests at heart. I was just like you last year. Me and my husband were just like you. We were so stressed. We didn't know what we were going to do, how to feed our kids. And thank goodness for Monet. Thank goodness for Amway. Thank goodness for Rodan and Fields. Thank goodness for Primerica. Thank goodness for Olive Tree people. Thank goodness for 31 Gifts. Put whatever name of it, whatever MLM going on, they're interchangeable. It's the same crap. This waiver thing has really set me off. I'm really concerned for people.
In 1 year, we have been able to change the quality of our lives through this business opportunity, which is why I will not stop talking about it.
Well, I guess nobody else can talk about it anymore because you've made them sign that waiver. So I guess that'll be good, because people are going to be too terrified to even post anything about Monet because they're afraid that you're probably going to go sue them after they've had to sign this. I can't say anything that I've learned in any of the trainings or any of the thing. So that means I can't talk about the flash sale that's coming up or try to recruit them, because I'm going to use the same language that you encourage me to use in the training. But if I do that, I'm actually going against the contract that you had me sign. How does that work? 1 year, your life has changed. Ooh, it's a scary trap that people get involved in with a multi-level marketing company. Think that it's going to be stable forever. Learn from history. Look at what happened with Tony Van Schoik, the first market partner in Monet. I still have an email from the Urdanatas where they all went to Tony's house. They had pictures there. So creepy. They're like, look at the house that she got. They bought this big house, and it's all thanks to Monet. Fast forward years later, fire her. She's out. Well, that would never happen to me. There's something wrong with her. You've only been in for a year. Coming in at the tail end of this pyramid scheme. Maybe she'll move over to Kangan next, because they've got a real foothold in Australia. Man, that one is also a dumpster fire. But who does it ever have its grip on people?
because there are so many people out there who are stressed and struggling right now to the point of, like I said, literal mental breakdown.
And so that's why you're targeting and recruiting them, because your behavior is exactly that of a predator. Nobody in their right fucking mind would go on a live video and say, people that are on the brink of a mental breakdown, I'm here to help you. Join a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme. Do you hear yourself? 96.91% of people in Monet, in Canada, gross $240 for the year in 2022. No idea what it's like for 2023 or 2024 because it didn't come up easily in the Google search that I just did. So 96.91% of the people that are having mental breakdowns, because apparently everybody that you're talking to is having a mental breakdown, you think this is going to help them when they earn $240 gross before expenses? The fuck is the matter with you? This is disgusting. So then people will say, it's not predatory. We're not preying on the vulnerable, literally talking about the most vulnerable people. One of the most vulnerable categories of vulnerable people. With her whole chest. This is so gross. Also wearing a hat. Because the shampoo works so good. You can't even make this shit up. Wow.
Mental breakdown. Like, I'm on the phone to people right now in my life who I love and hold to my heart so dearly, and it is breaking my heart that there are so many people in the same position. However, we are now in the season where we can give, we can take care of our people, we can spot, people who need food or petrol or whatever it is. We can bring people into our home and take care of them and accommodate them. Okay, we are in a season of giving.
Do they have to sign a waiver too, that they can't ever talk about anything for the duration of their human existence? Did you already sign up with Scientology? Is that where you got the inspiration? Everybody's going to be like, no, I actually don't want your help at all because it comes with way too many strings. No thanks.
And I want to say also, like, life is in seasons. This time last year, me and my husband were not in a season to give at all. We were only in a season to provide what we could for our children, and that was it. We were also in a season where we had to receive help and ask for help as well. Okay, so if you're in a season where you're literally putting your ego and your pride aside to ask for help, like, just know that we were once there with you as well. But now we have been able to transform our lives through this business opportunity, and it has been an absolute lifeline.
It's not a business. It's not a business. Have you purchased a business license? Oh no, it's because we have contractor status. Ah, interesting. Have you done any trainings with people for your downline? All these people that are having mental breakdowns that you're bringing into the team, you're really doing them a favor, because that's a really smart time to make a decision to jump into a business opportunity, is when you're having a mental breakdown. You're not going to do any research. You're not going to be able to sit back and reflect and get somebody else's opinion. No, just listen to me, because I'm emotionally manipulating you and I'm targeting you when you are at your weakest. And I'm not going to do any training about you simply tracking how much money you make and how much money you spend, income and expenses.
For my family, we are now in a position where we can give. Okay, so we are able to help mums who are struggling. We are able to help families.
You're not helping mums. How are you helping them? 96.91% of market partners in Canada are grossing $240 a year before expenses. How is that helping moms who are struggling? Having a token story here and there of a couple people who have ranked up to what? MMB, AMM, MM? Like, that's supposed to mean something? It's not that impressive. It's a joke. Your behavior is a joke. This is disgusting. All for shampoo, for Monet. They have apple cider gummies now. Holy fuck. They've got those sachets just like Bravenly and Make Wellness too. You can like make some, put it in there, drink the Kool-Aid. There's like collagen drink mix. It's not collagen, it's like vegan key. Oh fuck, I was drinking that Kool-Aid. That was right before I left. There's like an iced tea mix and then some, it's not collagen because it's vegan, but it's whatever kind of alternative.
Who, need
in any case, it's so stupid.
A little bit of extra breathing space when it comes to how they're going to take care of their kids. We're able to get on the phone to people and offer finances, offer resources, offer solutions. Okay, we were not in that.
You're in a place to offer finances? What, are you giving people loans now? What are your qualifications to be helping people that are having a mental breakdown? Why the fuck are you doing that? Why aren't you giving them a phone number to call, like some kind of public health authority? Or refer them, say, you should go see someone about this. Why are they having to come to you? Oh, we can help with your finances. We can help you with your mental health. We can help with everything. And then you can sign this waiver and not talk about anything ever for the duration of your human existence. It's not suspicious at all. It makes complete sense.
Position this time last year because I was still in the very early stages of building this business. But now that I'm in it and I've been here for over a year.
For over a year. This is like incredible bastion of the network marketing industry. Mon 8. I know I've had success for just over a year, you guys. This qualifies me now to create a waiver for you to sign. And now, I'm such in a position to help everybody who is having mental breakdowns. You'll probably, if she doesn't go into another MLM, she'll do like the coaching thing. I think she's already doing that with these retreats. You imagine what those are like? Wow.
And it's only taken me 1 year of solid hard work, of solid focus, of solid discipline, of giving it my absolute all to be able to now put our family in a position where we can get on the phone and offer help to our friends and family who actually need it. And this is why I do this business, guys. Yes, it's for my family. Yes, it's to help the families in my team, but it's also to help my family and friends who have nothing.
It's also to help the world at large. I want to help. That's really what I do. It's not about me making obscene amounts of money off the backs and targeting the mentally unwell and people are having mental breakdowns. No, that's what really lifts my spirits, is because I am such a generous and kind person. This is what keeps me showing up every day. And I know that a lot of people in multi-level marketing, they feel that this is the truth, but it's not. It's a lie. It's manipulation.
Nothing to do with this business who need help. It's so that I can have extra resources to be able to circulate amongst the community and take care of more families like mine. Okay, like I fully believe that God will resource you with.
Here we go. The religious manipulation always. So it's your role to take care of What are you doing taking care of families? You don't need to be interfering in people's lives here. Targeting them when they're having a mental breakdown, and then introducing them to the Mon 8 business opportunity. This is the big thing. God has done it. Of course, it always goes this way. I've said this in other videos. Being in multi-level marketing they're like narcissistic factories. We all end up everybody has like these narcissistic tendencies or these qualities, right? But in MLM, it fucking spits them out one after the other, just like an assembly line. They all are the same. And every one of them, they think that they're really unique. They think that they have the insight. I believe, you guys, God has created this path for me to lead you to financial freedom. They just never pause to think about how ridiculous it sounds. They really do believe that they're chosen. They feel that they're better than other people just because they're involved in one of these MLM cults. Here we go. Let's talk about God.
The amount of finance and abundance that he can trust you with to circulate it to other people in the community as well, which is why our lives are skyrocketing right now. And 2025 is going to be the biggest financial breakthrough year that we've ever experienced ever, including when my husband was playing at elite levels in professional sports. Okay. This is the trajectory in which our business is going.
Well, that's pretty bold prediction. I like to look at facts after they've actually happened. So I guess we'll see what her business will be like in 2025, and maybe it will. And it will come at the expense of a lot of people who have had mental breakdowns. But thank goodness she's made so much money from them to circulate out to other people in the community. God put it on her heart.
And I say our business as well, because I couldn't do this business without my husband's support. We are now going into a new year with excitement, with clarity, with focus, with vision, with purpose. We know what can be achieved now that we've done this for over a year, and we know where we're going as well. And it feels like it's quite bittersweet, because it's like we don't want to see our family friends struggle, but also we feel so deeply grateful that we are able to jump on the phone and let people know, like, hey, it's all good, I've got you, we can figure it out, don't stress. If you need money, we'll send it to you. Okay? We couldn't do that this time last year. There's no way I was able to offer money to anybody this time last year because we had to be
96.91%, just using the statistics in Canada, are funding her giving that money out to all her friends and family who need it.
So mindful of our own expenses so that we could literally survive. And now 1 year later, since being a part of this company and this community, now we're in the position where we can give a lot more, right? We're in the season of giving, and this is why we do this, so that when our family and friends need help, we can help them. We have resources and enough abundance to circulate to them as well. And lately this week, there's been massive announcements, a massive upgrade and up level in terms of enhancements in our compensation.
No, there wasn't. It was so stupid. Monet introduced a new level between market partner and managing market partner. They called it AMP. I think that's what it is. It's a 0.5 level. And then they said, you don't ever have to pay for a VIP again. And I'm thinking, how many people that were VIPs just got screwed over? They're like, well, what about me? I just signed up 3 months ago. Am I going to get reimbursed for that? What about your VIPs who've been with you from the beginning? Well, I mean, this person's only been there for a year, but say you've been in there for, a few years and they introduce this. What about all your VIPs who've been there? They're like penalized for have gotten in at the beginning with Mon8 with you. Was there any reward for them, or is it just for new people, new VIPs you don't have to pay to get in? There was nothing amazing there. They're like, you got all these people in Mon8 outright lying, saying that you get a 500% pay increase. You're not getting a pay increase. You're not on salary because you don't have a job. You're in a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme. There's bonuses that you can achieve for a short period of time, and then that's it. It's the same shit. Mon8 is struggling so much that they've had to create another rank towards the beginning of the pyramid scheme. After all this time, they're trying to make it easier to give somebody a participation trophy. Good for you. You can walk across the stage. Here, you got, how much did you spend on PV and you recruited one person? Oh, good. Here's a rank that doesn't mean anything. I wonder if they use that extra money to send them a pin too. You have your little pin.
Plan where this business,
getting an idea why I don't make much Mon8 content. It's just too close to home. Mind you, I'm the same. I react the same to pretty much all kinds of content. I just get so heated. Oh man. Yeah, and if you are happening to watch this and you're still watching this video and you're highly offended because I swear, why are you still watching this video? It should be clear by now, this is how I make content. I don't know why it is. I'm almost 50 years old. And as a 50-year-old woman, I need to keep telling people that if you don't like when I make content a certain way, then you don't need to watch it. It's okay for you to click off. I did create a form for you to fill out that you can just use this. You can print this off, send it back into your own time. You can actually call this number right here, and you can also lodge a complaint. So this is the tour. Yes, it's active. I'm not actually joking about this. You can actually call this number. You can hear a special message just for you, and then you can also fill out this special form, and then you'll feel better about having to listen to me swear and talk too much during videos. How's that sound? All right. And that we get rid of all that. Usually it's the MLM dude bros. I don't know what it is. They have to watch all of my videos and they complain about every single one. Then I hide them. It's like you're not blocking them. You hide user from channel, and then they're just like yelling into the void, leaving all these comments. Maybe it's boosting my videos in the algorithm, but they just cannot help themselves. So there you go. It's my gift to you. This is the form that you can fill out, enjoy, and hope not to see you again. Don't let the door smack you where the good Lord cracked you. Everybody else, thank you for still being here. Got to set boundaries every once in a while. Making this anti-MLM content, it does that.
is a legitimate business, but now it's even more a legitimate business because the enhancements of the compensation plan have allowed it to become.
It's even more of a legitimate business because of the enhancement to the compensation plan, creating an additional rank, adding more bonuses, and then not having VIPs to pay for a membership. That's really what it is. It's even more legitimate. It's either legitimate or not. It's kind of like gravity exists or not. Oh, they tell on themselves too. Oh, the damage these people do to others. Wow, it's just
even more sustainable and give us longevity. Okay, this is where we build legacy.
You've been in for just over a year. Legacy
income, where it's not just helping our families, it's helping our teams, it's helping our children's families and the many generations to come. That's legacy.
I guess we'll see, won't we? The many generations. That's what happened with Rodan and Fields and Beachbody. Oh, generations. I'll never abandon the network marketing model. How long have they been around? Oh, oops. They're affiliate only right now. This is legacy, you guys. This company is unlike any other. Because, why? Because I have personally benefited. I have a lot of money. And so, therefore, I believe, like, I pump so much sunshine up my own ass. And I'm so threatened by any criticism, any like crack of reality shining the light into my one eye, that I have to make a waiver. I get everybody to sign it on my team. Or whatever this mentoring program is, whatever is going on there, for the duration of their human existence. And you've been at Mon8 for a year. And they're supposed to be the duration of your human existence. It's so absurd. This behavior needs to be called out, you know, because this shit goes on in dark corners and people are too afraid to speak out because they can be very intimidated. You shine a light on it and it's just like, it just disappears. Unbelievable.
Well, that's what I have my eyes on. I'm not here to like muck around for 12 months and then dip out. I'm not here to like not ever go all in on my, you know, my dreams and my vision and what I know.
Let's see your hair. Take off your hat. If Mon8's so good, let's see your hair. Why are you wearing a hat?
Been placed here to do. Okay, so we have enhanced our compensation plan where we now get rewarded for the hard work that we're doing even more so. Like we got rewarded for that, but now we are being rewarded for rank ups and maintenance of ranks, especially in our power start period, which is what it's now called.
It's not Smart Start, it's called Power Start. So not getting any details, just like, oh, we're rewarded, but we're rewarded even more now. It's like the more people you recruit, and if you can get them to rank up, then you're going to get more money for that period of time. And I don't know if these maintenance ranks or if these every time you rank up just goes on interminably, or if it's only for that Power Start period. They're so full of shit.
We are able to unlock and access an incredible amount of abundance in the first 5 months.
An incredible amount of abundance in the first 5 months. What does that mean? Can you put a dollar figure on that? I'd like to know an income claim. Oh my God. See, these companies need to be just reported again and again and again. These agencies, at some point, they might take action. But as each time you make a report, each time you have a conversation with someone saying, no, I'm not going to have anything to do with your company, that's really disturbing. And why are you suddenly calling me a hater because I don't want to buy your shampoo? And I've pointed out that this is a scam. Why are you coming after me now? People are just refusing to purchase multi-level marketing products because it's too much of a fucking hassle. Nobody wants to listen to all this, you know? People just want to buy a product. Multi-level marketing companies make it so hard to just buy a product because it's not about buying a product. It's about recruiting you into the cult. They add an intermediary into, if you go to Amazon, you can like one click and you're done and you're getting it shop. You don't need to join a Facebook group. You don't need to have this whole community. You don't need to have instructions and all this details and watch videos on how to unbox it and open up the shampoo, and you have to apply it just the right way because you guys, my hair has been fantastic for the last 5 years. And it's only the people who are losing their hair. They're just using their products incorrectly. You have to do any of that shit. You just buy the product, you get on with your day. You enter into a company like Mon8, and it's just this maze, this labyrinth.
Business, guys. It's not just 2 months or 3 months. It's 5 months. Okay, so I was meant to jump on a
take off the hat
live a couple of days ago when it all like came out because it's the biggest announcement that we've had in the company in 10 years, honestly.
Honestly, for people that sell shampoo and they're always talking about how amazing their hair is, there is an inordinate amount of participants that wear hats. It's so funny.
This is like a game-changing announcement, but I needed to really digest the information and what this means, I needed to also be there for my family and friends who were really going through it. I wanted to take the time to really let this land what it means for so many of us that come into this sphere, that come into this community, that come into this field. Okay, so I just wanted to put it out there and say straight up, you guys, like, I will never stop talking about this because it has been a lifeline for my family. It is now a lifeline for the families around me who me and my husband can help support. It has been a lifeline for my teens' families as well. Like,
how is it a lifeline? Just statistically, you're proven incorrect. It's not a lifeline. They're actually increasing in debt unless you're giving them money. But anybody that you're referring to in your downline, the statistics say something completely different. That's just the truth.
we just had girls do massive rank ups and they have literally said this business is saving their lives right now.
Yes, the hyperbole of saving your lives. You have to have a mental breakdown, and it always has to be it's saving your life. And then you've got the religious manipulation on top of it. It's literally saving. How is it saving their life? If you're in something, you're like, this is saving my life. You're in a cult. Nobody talks like this. But you have this fervent, like, just belief and joy and passion and emotion and just crying. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm part of this incredible opportunity. You don't understand, you guys. It's like, how life-changing is it? What actually has happened? How much have you spent? What are your expenses? Why haven't you tracked them? Why are you crying all the time on social media about how grateful you are and how exhausted you are that you haven't even eaten a meal? But thank goodness you ranked up. You realize you're giving evidence to everybody calling this a cult. It is a cult. There was this tweet that was going around when it was still Twitter, and it still floats out there. You can see these posts on Instagram and Facebook every once in a while. And it says something like, I would never get into a cult, but I'm nosy enough just to join one out of curiosity. It's just this smug, self-satisfied, like, I'm better than all these idiots that get sucked into a cult, that kind of thing. Guaranteed, anybody that says that or posts that, they've been in an MLM. They just can't even, somebody that's in a cult saying, oh, I'm just nosy enough to be in a cult. It's like, I've never been in an abusive relationship, but I'm just nosy enough just to play around and be in an abusive relationship. Aren't I cute and quirky? I'm so different. I'm not like other girls. I'm just nosy enough just to join a cult because I know it would just be so fun. I'm like, oh my God, it's so fucking gross again, so tone deaf. Anyway, back to this.
This company
I'm like losing my shit today.
has been the lifeline that they never knew that they needed. And if you are out there struggling and stressed and worried, you guys, there is an opportunity that I've been banging on about for the last 15 months. Come and talk to me about it. I will not waste your time. If you're not interested.
This is a waste of time. Talking to her about joining Mon 8 is a waste of time. She's so excited about it. She can't even show her hair. She's wearing her hat, for God's sakes. I mean, that alone is a red flag. Never mind this new data point for you to put in your file of collecting information as you research whether this is a good business opportunity for me. So first off, you want to see, am I situationally vulnerable right now? Am I having a mental breakdown? Oh, that's number one on the list. Maybe I should be cautious about somebody saying this is a lifeline, I can save your life. That might be the first indication this isn't a legitimate business opportunity. Second thing, you're scrolling and spending how much time on social media, and you happen to come across this video and you're like, this person seems to be speaking directly to me. Again, go up to the first point. Am I situationally vulnerable right now? Am I having a mental breakdown? If you get excited watching something on Facebook or on Instagram, somebody's like, people are having a mental breakdown. You're like, I'm having a mental breakdown. I got to sign up with you. Like, have the wherewithal to just catch yourself and being like, why am I so excited about this? They're throwing me a lifeline. There's a way out. There is not a way out this way. This is the way down even deeper. And what's so messed up about this is that you believe you'll be crawling to the light. You'll believe that even while you're losing more and more money, you'll feel better and better about yourself. And this is an attempt by me adding to the numerous voices out here making content on YouTube and on Substack and Instagram and Facebook, on TikTok, warning you about multi-level marketing, and in particular Mon 8 for this video, to try to intercept you, to try to get you to take a step back If somebody's approaching you with a business opportunity and they're using this terminology, mental breakdown, this is a predator. This isn't somebody who's savvy at business. This is a technique that scam artists like to use, fraudsters, con men, con women. You're not a mental health professional selling shampoo and can't even show your hair. You're wearing a fucking hat on top of it. Cherry on top. So I hope that, this might be one of the pieces of content that helps you to just give your head a shake and think a little bit more clearly before giving money, and like being emotionally manipulated to the point where you will be outraged when somebody points to you, even before you've joined, even before you've sent someone like her money, where you start defending her and defending Monat, and you haven't even looked up the definition of a pyramid scheme, and you haven't done any research. You're just in a vulnerable place, and you don't want to be played. You know there's greatness inside of you. You know you're capable of more, and somebody pointing out that you're being conned is too humiliating, that you'd rather just be like, no, I can't humble myself. I can't just be like, fuck, people love me and they're trying to warn me, and my face is going to get super red. I'm going to be embarrassed temporarily, but then I'm going to be so grateful and be like, oh my God, I really dodged a bullet there. Substitute this with an abusive relationship. Think about that. Somebody saying, it's like, well, this guy has beaten the shit out of every single person he's ever dated. He speed dates, and he just like one after the other after the other. Here's a list of all of them. They've all come out. They've all made content on it. And you're like, it's going to be different for me. I'm going to pay him money. He's going to change the trajectory of my life. And then you're like, okay, well, wait a second. These people are saying that this actually is happening. There's evidence of him doing it. Maybe I shouldn't go out with him after all. Just substitute it with something else other than this business opportunity in multi-level marketing, and that might help you think more clearly too. This is just so dangerous.
It's not for you. That's all good. I'll still be here sharing it and everything else that I'm sharing. But if this is something that you need to pay attention to, please reach out to me and message me and start the conversation today.
The only way this person can grow her business is by targeting the people that are having mental breakdowns. Well done. Classic Monat, classic MLM. This was a big video. I'm probably going to be editing it down. This is one of the ones too where I get to the end, because I had to like pause it a couple times, like go to the bathroom, drink some water, and I think, am I going to just delete this whole thing and start it over again? There's been people that have said, you see the parts that you take out and do them as a blooper or another reel. I'm like, there's no way I delete that stuff. I go off. I get so mad sometimes, it's probably an indication it's time to take another social media break. But anyway, here I am. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you to everyone who watches my videos and enjoys the content. It's really cool, this community here on YouTube. I love reading your comments. I like that. I'm grateful that you enjoy it too, that it's helping you, it's entertaining you, and I'm really grateful that for so many of you have been here with me since I began speaking out on YouTube. It's heartwarming to see this community and help support others as they exit as well. And if you're in Monat and you're starting to exit, you're in Australia, and maybe somehow you've come across this piece of content, and you're starting to take a look at what you've been part of, and you're like, oh God, I need to get out. You're not alone. And what I mean by that is not only you're not alone, there's like millions of people who have been involved in multi-level marketing. All the feelings that you're feeling, the betrayal, the horrific things maybe you've witnessed, the psychological manipulation, the emotional manipulation and abuse, the financial abuse, the religious abuse. It goes on and on. All the different stories of people buying ranks. It's all been done before. There's nothing new. That's another shock. You're just like, but you're not going to believe this. This happened on my team. And we're like, yeah, it's already happened 10 times over. It's already happened in the States. It's happened in Canada. Never mind until you get to the next stage of like waking up, where you realize it's all multi-level marketing companies. I've been thinking about making a piece of content, talking about the different ways of waking up from MLM. And it's different for everyone, right? But generally speaking, you think, oh, you start to see incongruencies and contradictions, and you tell your upline and you like point it out thinking, I've discovered something. Nobody knows what's going on here. Something is awry. I need to tell you. And your upline might be like, there's something wrong with your mindset. Why are you asking questions? You are living in scarcity. And you're like, wait a second. Whoa. I'm just pointing out something that's really obvious. And then you think, well, maybe if I tell customer service or the company or the president, they're going to fix this. Because this company is filled with integrity. And then comes the day you realize that the company is built that way. Oh, the disillusionment. And then the next step is when you realize all MLMs are like that. Oh my God, it's like it felt like for me, the trap door fell out from underneath me. I'm like falling. I'm like, oh, then you start learning of different coaches, different large group awareness trainings, all of the motivational material that you bought, all the personal development, all of it, bullshit. Napoleon Hill, con artist. Dale Carnegie changed the spelling of his last name to make it sound like he's connected with the Carnegie family. It's all bullshit. The secret bullshit. You're thinking, when does it end? When am I going to find solid ground? And you will. It takes time. So if there's any comfort at all, as you start struggling through this, it's a deeply personal internal thing, because you will feel alone. You have to, because you've been involved in a cult. However, I hope that if you're still here listening to this, that you recognize that you truly aren't alone. There are lots of people out here from various multi-level marketing companies who have had the same experience you have. You just change the names out of people and the situation's just slightly different. It's so bizarre how we all have the same stories, all the same experiences. And anyway, I hope to see you get out. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.